Hi there. So this is my third vlog that you all expected. It is about my cameras that I had and that I used. So yeah, I had pretty much a short history. Now I'm just 16 years old, so probably not expecting much, but I've used quite a lot of cameras. So shall we get started? Okay, let's start. The first camera that I ever owned, was my own. Actually, I got most of them from my father, but okay. So the first camera that I got was, let me just grab it here, was this. Let's get a little bit closer here. So this is a Mustek MDC-800, and as it says here, it's a multifunction digital camera, and it is not that good. And from the back, it is just cheap thing, it's very light, even though it doesn't have batteries, but even when it does, it's pretty light. The buttons are, well, okay, I guess. Turn the LCD on and off, playback camera, here you have your viewfinder. Here's where it should say how many pictures you have left, if I remember correctly. And on the side you have your ports, so here's your USB, and that's something else I don't remember. Video, yes, has that, and power, which I'm not going to show you. This is where your compact flash card should go, if you have one, of course. Otherwise it has a built-in memory, I believe 8 megabytes or something like that. And well, the bottom's falling off, where your battery should go. And yeah, I mean, it was very, very basic. No autofocus, no zoom. It was just a very basic camera. So yeah, and the picture quality was not that great. And that was my first camera. So the second camera that I got a couple of years later, of course, and was a lot better, was a Canon, of course, and it was this. Now if you can tell me what this is. Okay, it's a Canon Powershot A20. Let me get this closer. So Powershot A20, as said here, so you can read. There you go, Powershot A20. There was also an A10 version, but I don't have that. Now, thankfully, I still got all the stickers, so it says it's a direct print, which I don't know what that is, 7.5 times zoom, and here it says optical and digital combined. So it's not that powerful of a zoom, but remember, this was early 2000s, where digital cameras just started taking over, and that was a very, very good thing. It also had 2 megapixels, a Canon zoom lens, which is about 1,000,000 times better than the old Mustek that I had. There's a power button, flash, just what you would expect. The user interface is very Canon-ish. I cannot show because the batteries are dead. But your zoom buttons right about here. Here's your optical viewfinder, your 2 lights, when it shows if it's bright enough, So your display is here. Now you can toggle between all the modes or turn it off with this display button. Got white balance and what's this? Exposure compensation here. On-off switch, your menu button. You got your autofocus settings, so macro or landscape, timer or drive mode, and you got your flash. You got your select switch here, so playback, regular old shooting, auto. Got manual here, which is not really a manual, but sort of is. This I never used, I don't know, it was sort of panorama, I believe, but I never used it. And on the side here you got your ports, you got your mini USB, you got your video out, and you got your DC in. And of course here you have your compact flash card. Here I have in a 32 megabyte one, because I didn't need much. And yeah, you know, it's a great camera. The pictures are, well, on par with mobile cell phones. Modern cell phones. So this is what a camera on a cell phone should be if I say it is a good camera. So yep, got the buttons here. No, I did quite a lot of pictures with this one, so yep, I really like this. And then, of course, if I let it down, one of the latest cameras that I got was an Olympus, which I got from my father as well. So all of this I got. So it was an Olympus, I believe it was in 2004 or 5, somewhere in that period. And well, let's just cut the chase. It wasn't this. This is what it was, or it still is. And it's a Canon 750 UZ. Now the UZ here stands for ultra zoom, and at that time this really was the best you can get from zoom cameras. It offered 10 times optical zoom. 10 times! Let's start here, we'll get a close look on that. And the picture quality is simply excellent. Well, at that time it was. Now it's sort of outdated because all the new cameras came out with 17,000 megapixels, but this still is very good. Okay, and it's time to get a closer look. So there you go, that's the cap. Here you go, you can see the lens, the sensor. Here it says Olympus AF zoom 6.3 to 63, f1.8 to 3.7, which is a very good lens. 10 times optical zoom, 4 megapixels ED lens, which is, I don't know what that stands for, but it's good. You got your RF receiver, 10 times optical zoom set here, USB auto connect, QuickTime movie mode. It shots videos at 320 by 240 at 30 frames per second, I believe. 4 megapixels effective, that's cool. And seamless zoom 40 times, combined optical and digital, of course. Now I'll just put lens cap on. Let's take a look at the top. You got your flash, your hot shoe here. I'm not going to remove that fully, but your shutter button, zoom in and out, which is a very nice feature, and your mode select dial. You have fully auto here. You got your playback, P, which is programmable, ASM, which is for sort of manual thing for what aperture, shutter speed, or fully manual. You got your my here, which is your mode, whatever you sort of program it to. Video recording, well, it does that, but not very good. And all of your other landscapes and portraits and whatnot. So the back here is fairly Olympus-like. You got lots of buttons which do lots of things. Power button here, which is red, convenient. Olympus here, display, and electronic viewfinder. Well, there you go, that's in shot now. Display Olympus here. Now we got your quick view button, which turns on or off the display and the viewfinder. Or I believe it also, if you press it twice, it shows you the last picture. Convenient. And you got your array of buttons. Here's OK or menu button. You got your AL and some other thing, which is programmable. You can also do that. You got your flash. Now what is this? Yeah, it was flash settings. This is for macro or landscape. This is the button? The self timer, and on the back that's pretty much it. Now if you move to the side, You got your XD card, which are nice, but this camera doesn't support cards larger than 512 megabytes, which was a problem because this card only holds about 150 pictures, which is annoying if you're on a long trip, which is the reason why I bought this camera, but I'll get that later. On this side you got your audio ports, you know, audio video out, you got your USB, this is your power, speaker is here, so yeah, this camera actually does have batteries, so turn it on. Yeah, there it goes. And well, come on. Yes. Yeah, there we go. So the user interface is fairly Olympus-like. You got loads of features that are hidden all over the place. The problem I have with this camera is that it resets every time to take the batteries out, so the date is incorrect and everything. But overall this camera is very, very good. Let me show you the zoom. Just fairly quick. So none, that's full zoom. And see how it extends? No, that's not non-zoom. Zooming in, nothing. That's how much it sticks out, that much. That's my finger. Nothing more than that, and I'm going through the whole zoom range. Now that is impressive for a camera. And let me just turn it off. And yeah, so just cycle through these cameras again. We got from this, which is crap, if I can say that, to this Powershot A20, which is a much better camera. I don't know how to state it, but this brings me autofocus and macro, and that is sort of an autofocus feature, but it brings me autofocus and zoom to largest and a much better image quality. It's cool. And then I went to this, which is 1,000 times better than the Mustek and a couple of times better than the Canon. So yep. So what else? All these cameras hold 4 AA batteries, so the power source remained the same. And until I got to my new camera, which is what it's recording on now, so I cannot really show you that. But the camera that I have is Canon, which is good. I love Canon because of the simple user interface, most of all, and the picture quality is very good. But zoom improvement, not really, because it still has 10 times optical zoom, but it has 9 megapixels, which is nice. Video recording, well, you see that now, so you can judge the quality, and it's fairly, you know, medium lighting here. But I haven't told you the model yet. It's a Powershot SX110IS. So I'll say that again, Powershot SX110IS. Good, now you got it. So it's got 10 times optical zoom, I already said that, 9 megapixels, you know, flash, you got a large screen on the back, and all the simple Canon features that you'd expect, you know, custom colors and all the Canon features that you would expect on a camera. You know, it hasn't, the user interface has evolved much from this, but still the same principles. You know, you got your dials and everything. It's a very Canon-ish camera. So yeah, that's what I use right now. And picture samples, well, I won't show that, you have the internet for that. So yeah, and if I can say the camera's in order again, I'll just show you them. You probably can. So this, which is very light and crappy and big, and to this, nice, to this, Oh, it's tangled. There you go. And to the camera that I'm using right now. So just let me line all of them sort of next to each other, if I can do that. So just comparison of the size. So the front, you can see that, let me just, whoa, let me just get that in. So you can see that the Canon is much smaller in every way. You know, it's much smaller, but the picture qualities are much better, which is good. So yeah. Now, if you got any questions about the cameras or just about anything, you can comment or, you know, leave a video response even if you want. Otherwise, you know, you can follow me on Twitter. I am there if you want more details on my personal life. Also, you can check out my daily vlogs. And yeah, and please subscribe. You know, it would mean a whole lot to me. You know, it's a big motivation if, you know, you see someone who subscribed or even just commented. That's a big thing. So otherwise, I'll see all of you guys in the next vlog. So bye.